Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. Looks like we have a nice worry-free day today. No birthdays. Go ahead and check our fortune. How we looking? Good humor. That's it's nice. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do today beyond the basics. Obviously, we have oil and cloth. We're gonna go check our cellar and go pet some ponies. Although I guess they're not ponies, are they? They're cows. But also, I realized yesterday, in yesterday's video, there was a comment mentioning how quickly cheese ages up in casks. And, I honestly didn't really realize that myself. I just sort of threw it in there because I knew we could. And, hey, nice little happy accident. It's actually a pretty viable source of income. So, let's go ahead and check our mail, and then we'll get into all the day's tasks. And I wanted to talk to you guys about downtime for your brain and how you reset. But anyway, dear neighbor, when I'm not taking care of animals, I like to experiment in the kitchen. Oh my god, this is another one of those infomercial letters. Since we've become friends, I want to share some recipes with you. I hope you like this. Rhubarb pie, I would love that, Marnie. Notice, does anybody have one of them battery packs? My TV remote died and it's a real hassle getting off the couch to change the station. Pam, don't ever change. Oh, okay, well, we got to do that today. We'll take Pam a battery. I wouldn't want her to have to work too hard to change the channel. Hi, Jeff. Grover, here we go. I wanted to talk about, how you guys decompress, how you get rid of the clutter in your brain, and this stems from I've been looking into getting a house and moving, and it was fairly unexpected, and just in general, I don't know if you guys know this, but I keep myself very busy between this and streaming and everyday life, kids and work and family and all the things, just feels like there is never a time when I do not have something that I must, in quotes, must be thinking about. I realized the other night, and this is a very pessimistic realization. I don't think this is actually accurate. But I had the thought the other night that, I am never going to have a time where I am not utterly bogged down in things I have to do. I don't know, I don't know the general, I have a basic idea of the age of most people that watch these things, at least via YouTube demographics. It's generally, like mid-20s to like 40s is where a lot of the demographic falls, and obviously there's outliers in there, but anyway, the only reason I bring that up is because the idea of being able to just do nothing for a day, have no responsibilities, have nothing you have to do. I don't have to worry about going to the store. I don't have to worry about, painting this room or fixing this car or, any number of things. That level of freedom from responsibility is not something that I think many people my age are lamenting the loss of. Again, I'll be 35 here in just a few months. And I think by now, most people my age have kind of just already accepted that, that you just don't get carefree, lazy days anymore. They strike it up as childish fancy, you know what I mean? But I have held on to that for a long time. I've really prioritized, I won't say prioritize, but I think it is very important that people have downtime. We've talked about this extensively. But I realize that there's so much going on in my life that I don't know if I will ever have a day like that again. I mean, obviously that's very fatalist. I'm sure I will. But, you know, sometimes it feels like that. It feels like there is so much going on in your life that demands your immediate and total attention. You know, and when you have 3 things vying for your total attention, it can be overwhelming. So, you know, I've been trying to find something to take that out of my head, to just allow me to not think about anything, you know what I mean? To just exist and not have to worry about anything, not have to make any consequential decisions, not do something that facilitates more work, or, you know, a lot of times you'll trade doing something fun now for having to make up for the amount of work later, something like that, you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily something like that. Here you go, Pam. Hey, you pulled through with the battery pack. Thanks, kid, you're a lifesaver. Oh, and she's at full hearts, and you know what? I realized if we hurry, I think we can make it to the Star Drop for breakfast. I really wanted to check in on that. If not, we 100% have to do that tomorrow. I think we're gonna just make it, though. Here we go. Ooh, we get a cutscene, and then I'll get back to it. Oh, no. It's sad Shane music. Oh, hello, Sid. So breakfast hasn't exactly been a hit. Guess it was a good thing it was a trial run only, huh? Hey, dude, you've had one open weekend. You just opened last Saturday. Gus gestures to the empty room. Listen, man, let me make flyers or something. Almost nobody's shown up. I sent the mail out, and I've had a few guests, but... Well, Emily took her sister to brunch to try and help out a little. Haley told Alex, who mentioned it to Evelyn and George, who have been showing up, and I appreciate them for it. But other than that, no one else has shown up. Did you try telling about it to people about it in person? No one? Not even Pam? Or, well, that was a waste. Let's try in person. I know for me, yeah, I think people just think I'm talking about breakfast food added to the menu at the saloon. I've tried telling people otherwise, but I think everyone's just too busy. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sid. I can't keep Stardew Breakfast open. I'm already waking up earlier, but I'm not doing anything but bouncing the books out in the open instead of in my room. Oh, we're mad. Look, I'd love to keep it open, Sid, but if there's no demand, there's not much point. Without something that gets people coming to it, I think it's the end of the road for Stardew Breakfast. Okay, I guess even the prospect of eating meals made with Old Man eggs didn't help. Is there anything I can do to help? Please don't sell the saloon. There has to be another way. You're just giving up. I thought you were better than that, Gus. I'm gonna ask if there's anything I can do to help. Don't worry about that, Sid. You've done more than enough by providing ingredients from Old Man. Eggs in particular are very expensive. Wait a second. Oh, he's had an epiphany. That's it. Eureka. The omelet would be perfect. Mouth-watering eggs seasoned with. Don't leave me hanging, Gus. I need to know. Ah, sorry, Sid. I forgot. You probably don't actually know what I'm talking about. At least you've never tasted it before. I remember you making your gigundo egg. Do you remember when I asked for eggs for my famous omelet? Yeah. Why couldn't I have some? Exactly. If this works, Sid, you'll be first in line for some, and I'll invite you any year you want. Also, it was a tradition among those who have lived here longer, so it was kind of exclusive. Sorry. So every so often, I have an urge to make a large omelet. And when I say large, I mean enough to comfortably feed 10 people or give 6 people leftover. That is a hell of an omelet. I'm famous in town for a reason, but it's rare I share it outside of Marmee, Pam, Lewis, Willie, and Robin. But if I were to make an omelet that would feed the entire town, it'd be big, enormous even. And that sort of spectacle, I'd have one chance to convince the town that Stardew Breakfast would be worth visiting. The food would have to be incredibly delicious to convince them to come. And affordable too, so probably something like those pancake breakfasts I keep hearing about. Sid, I'm gonna need your help. Don't worry, this time I'll make sure to pay you handsomely if that's a concern of yours. It's not, really. I just want to get this up and going, Gus. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a few days to gather up what I need to create a dish that's both new and familiar to attract everyone to attend. I think I'll make the omelet but use duck eggs instead of normal eggs. I'll use what I have on hand to make sure it'll have the flavor and consistency I need. Thing is, I'm going to need a lot of them if I'm feeding the whole town. 100, maybe 200 if I want a lot of leftovers. Oh my god, Gus, you need me to get you 200 duck eggs? Gus looks deep in thought and glances at you every once in a while, as if considering. 1 or 200? I think I'll need to lie down. That might take a while. You might have to give me a month or so. Oh, is that all? Just let me pop back home and grab them. How many ducks do you think I have? I want to say that one, but I think I'm going to tell him it's going to take a while, man. What? No, I'm not expecting you to gather 200 duck eggs, Sid. Oh, good. What I want you to do is take a few days yourself and figure out how many duck eggs you're willing to contribute. Whatever you don't get, I'll find a way to get myself. Don't worry about that, Sid. Oh, no. I'll also need a few other ingredients. I'll let you know through the mail the exact ingredients ahead of time. Once I'm ready, I'll post something on the special orders board in town. If you can bring me the ingredients, then maybe, just maybe, this might work. Oh boy, this is a lot. Thanks for helping me thus far, Sid. Now, what else am I going to need? Okay, well here's the thing. Hey, look! They did come here. I'm having some breakfast with my grandparents. Grandpa may be gruff, but I saw the way he lit up at the leek omelet Gus whipped up for him. He loves it here. Is this the cash register, Gus? Why can't I order food? What? Oh, you're willing to contribute 50 duck eggs. Got it. I'll get the rest ordered from Marnie and config. Oh. We have to see. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually physically go into a configuration file. Okay. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in a bit. Okay. Jesus. That was a lot. Okay, so, just to round out my story there, what I was going to say is that, I know I mentioned it yesterday, but, I just cannot stop playing that Vampire, Survivors game. By the way, I'm here because I realized that The Missing, that's another Junimo plate, but the thing is, I think that has to do with opening the, I thought it had to do with opening the, theater, but I don't know, we'll check back on that. But anyway, so after I streamed, on, what would that have been? Monday. After I streamed on Monday, I streamed for like 5 hours, and then I ended up playing Vampire Survivors for like another 3 or 4 hours. I was up till like 4 a.m. and I was just enthralled with that game. And it's a very, very simple game. But yeah, I was completely enthralled in it. And then I woke up and took my kid to school, and then I came home and I played it for like 3 more hours. And I didn't even notice time pass. And it completely pulled me out of my head. I wasn't thinking about any, I wasn't shirking responsibility to do it. I mean, let me be clear. But I wasn't worrying about things that I didn't have to be. It was that exact thing I was talking about at the beginning of this, of just being able to just relax and not think about 100 things at once. My mind wasn't being pulled, in 8 different directions to try and come up with solutions for, half a dozen problems, and things like that. And it was really nice. I feel rejuvenated in a way that I have been looking for a while now, and all due to some little $5 game on Steam. You know what I mean? And a game with essentially no story, but it's just I don't know. It allowed me to shut my brain off and just have something be fun, just pure, simple fun, and it was nice. So yeah, I don't know. My point being is, I'm sure we all have to go through that, and I was just wondering if there's anything like that for you guys. I know a lot of people like to go on walks, or whatever it is, go for a drive, or paint a picture, whatever the thing is. And I know for myself recently, I have just been unable to separate anything I do from the things I have to do. It has felt like if I am not, to equate it to Stardew, it's like the way I play on this series is I just do whatever I want. I live in this game the way I'm speaking about missing. But, I have played this game before, and I know a lot of people play it where there is exact things you have to do each day. You have to meet certain time limits, things like this, all just to be doing the right thing, to be the most efficient. And, my brain has really had a hard time, like, I have a hard time going for a walk recently, because it's like, well, how long am I going to be walking? I'm going to go for a walk for half an hour. That half an hour I could have been, recording a video, or I could have been, trying to find this house. I could have been calling this lender. I could have been, who knows? I could have been working on, stuff for a stream. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. There's always something that I could be doing that is quote unquote productive. And I know, I 100% realize that nothing is productive if it's, there is no inherent productivity to doing something that unnecessarily stresses you out, because through that stress, I tend to find that you become less efficient, less proficient at the things you do if you're not fully there. If all you're thinking about is the end result, am I doing this correctly? Am I taking all the right steps to get where I want to be? If that's all you're thinking about, then you're not in the moment. You're not doing the thing. So I've had a very difficult time being in the moment with things like that. So yeah, I don't know. That was in my head today, and I was just wondering what you guys think on that. If there's, what do you do to pull yourself out of that, to get to that escape point? There you go, Marlon. Yeah, how do you get to the escape point of doing something with nothing attached to it, just allowing yourself to enjoy a thing, And again, I know a lot of people do that with like shows and movies, but unless I'm going to the movies, like going to the theater, I have a very difficult time with that. It's very, very difficult for me to set aside time to like watch a movie at home, because I'm like, well, that's 2 hours of my life that I could be doing something quote unquote productive. And this is a very, very strange train of thought for me. I've never been the type to think that way. I chalk it up partially probably to sobriety. Now that my brain is, I do not have the oblivion of the bottom of a bottle, to completely strip all sense of responsibility or accountability or anything like that. Since I no longer have that, I find myself actually putting weight to my actions. And as such, I have this newfound thing, here in my mid-30s, where consequences have actions. And I know, obviously, right? But, hey, legitimately, it is something that, it hasn't always really been a thing for me. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling about it at this point, but, I was just wondering. Because I think I think a lot of you are more functioning human beings than I am, and if not, hey, you guys fool me. So, but yeah, I was just thinking about it and wondering what you guys think. And hey, if nothing else, it gives me something to talk to you guys about. But yeah, that's that. That's the end of that. I am going to have to look up. So, okay, we need to find where that config file is to adjust how many eggs we are going to be able to contribute, because I got to see, how many days. That really is what it comes down to. How many days how many days is he going to give us to get that done? Because, I mean, we have, 4 ducks? Well, you know what? Maybe not. I mean, we only got 1 duck mayonnaise today. So they must not lay eggs every single day. And if that's the case, then, I mean, we got to do some math. I don't think I have any duck eggs lying around. And I do not want to fail this mission. I want to make sure that we, actually complete this. Whoa, did you hear that? I know that was just multiple of the fires all going off at once, but that was a crazy sound. Okay, sell our mayos, sell that duck feather. We have some cheeses to go throw down in the cellar, and a mushroom to put away. Yeah. Let's see. Use that one. Most of these are already going. Okay. Okay. There we go. Not so bad. Not so bad. Well, let's go ahead and get ready for bed. Gus definitely talked her ear off a little bit today, but that's good. That gives us, now we know. Oh, wait. Tomorrow's Ridgeside Gathering. Ooh. Event will take place starting between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Well, that's cool. I am very excited about that. I do want to see, though. Assumedly, I'm gonna guess it's not in our options here. Let's try this. So I'm thinking right here, the special order for duck eggs. He will acquire the remainder by buying them from Marnie or elsewhere in universe. This is merely a difficulty setting. So that's our difficulty setting. We'll do a little looking into it, but because I don't know how long this is going to take, I think for now we're going to put it on 25. I don't want to do that, but what is the difference here? But I want to make sure we can complete it. All right. Well, that was a little behind the scenes crap. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We can do this real quick. We need 14. You know what? And we'll just sell them in the morning. No big deal. Let's do some of these. There we go. Oh, that was perfect. I couldn't do that again if I tried. But, all right. We'll go ahead and get this rounded up. Like I said, we'll sell in the morning. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Ridgeside Festival. I hope you guys are too. This is going to be new for me. I know some of you are familiar with Ridgeside, but I am not. So 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're definitely not going to be ready. We're going to have to do a few things first. But I can't wait to do it. But, yeah, as always, thank you guys for hanging out, for listening. And if you want to share some of your de-stress methods in the comments or over on Discord, I would love to hear it. Who knows, maybe I could learn something. But either way, be good to each other. I'll talk to you tomorrow, the Ridgeside Fair, and good night.